The traitor of UA was finally revealed in the latest chapter of My Hero Academia. Now, as a fan, well, I like My Hero Academia somewhat, to where I can actually read from week to week, but I'm not really a huge fan of it. But I was always excited to see who the traitor actually was, and I had my own theory that it would actually be, Kaminari, right? I thought it was him. I thought that he would be the traitor because it would make sense, because we had a lot of, characterization for him, right? And him being a traitor would make sense, and will also give a lot of characterization to other characters, because he is someone who has been somewhat relevant in the story, and there has been some hints of a relationship between him and Jiro. So him being a traitor would actually be, pretty good. But the traitor of UA is not Kaminari. It's not Kaminari. It's the Invisible Girl. And that is bad. That is bad because of two things. Who the traitor is and how the traitor was actually revealed. Okay? Because the traitor of UA was just revealed just like that. Just like that. Out of nowhere, just revealed. And I was like, really? Really? Because, it has been so long, right? Since we had the whole, traitor reveal, right? Which was pretty much in the back of our heads. So we knew, okay, there is a traitor of UA, but we were more focused on the story of what was happening, currently in the manga. But the traitor just being revealed just like that, out of left field, it just didn't really work well, because we as the audience know who the traitor is, but the characters don't know who the traitor is, right? It doesn't give you that huge shock vibe, oh my god, I did not see this coming, or oh yeah, damn, he's the traitor, or she's the traitor. I did not expect that, but no. The reason why we're not hyped about this, but the reason why we're so disappointed with this reveal, is because of the character. Toru, the Invisible Girl, was the traitor, and no one cares about her. Let's be honest with ourselves, no one really cares about her, because she is just a background character in the classroom, right? And she doesn't really have, enough characterization, enough development for us to really care, right? We don't really care a lot about the Invisible Girl, and when we come to find out that, yeah, she is the traitor, I'm like, really? Really? She is the traitor? Come on, her? A background character in the classroom? People being annoyed at this is very understandable. As I myself, I'm really annoyed by this reveal, because I thought there was going to be Kaminari. I thought that this reveal would be something huge, right? But because it was just revealed just like that, literally, we had the villains talking about what they're planning to do next, blah 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 blah, and then off one say, hey, I got a lot of friends, and then we get to see Toru at the end. And I'm like, really? We just get who the traitor is just like that? No build up, no nothing, just here you go, this is the traitor. Just like that. I'm so annoyed, because I had high hopes. I had a lot of high hopes for this. I was hoping that when we would get the reveal of the traitor, it would be something huge, where everyone would be talking about it in a good way, being like, oh my god, I did not expect this, and Twitter going crazy because of who the traitor would be, right? Kaminari would fill that spot perfectly, right? Him as a character, because we know so much about this character, him being in the traitor would have worked really, really, really well. Because, like I said, it would give a lot of characterization to other characters, but also he has shown a few panels have shown him being a little bit aggressive or something like that, which, again, it would fit really, really well with him being the traitor. But Toru, no one really cares about her, okay? No one really cares about her, and honestly, now that we know who the traitor is, when the characters find out who the traitor is, no one is really gonna care, because we already know who the traitor is. Sure, we're gonna be like, oh, the characters now know, cool, but there's not really gonna be that much shock value, is it? There's not much that, we're not gonna be shocked like we were when, let's say, what's his name, Hawks was, you know, revealed to be working with the villains, right? We don't have that shock value. The difference between the two characters being revealed as like villains or something like that is because Hawks, him being a villain, it was shocking because he was supposed to be the number 2 hero, right? And when we just got introduced to him, and you know, he quickly became a fan favorite because of, you know, him helping out with Endeavor, him helping out Endeavor, giving that huge moment that we got to see in the anime and the manga, right? His redemption, him proving to the world that he was the number 1 hero, helping him out, right? But then us finding out that he was the traitor, I was like, whoa, like, I did not expect this. Like, we just got introduced to this character, and this character seems so cool. And him being traitor, like, oh my god, I honestly did not expect this, because up until now, we've been expecting him to be, you know, to be a good guy, right? A good guy, and then him doing that. Of course, we all know by now that Hawkins is not a bad guy. He was a double agent, working with the villains and working with the heroes. You understand, and now he's on the hero's side, understandably, as he was trying to take down the villains within the shadows, right? Trying to take them down without anyone knowing, right? But here, the whole traitor thing, it just doesn't really make sense why this character is the traitor, because we don't have that connection. We don't, like, us fans were not like, oh my god, like, yeah, this character's amazing, blah blah blah. No, we don't really care about her, right? She is just an invisible girl. You can say, oh, she is an invisible girl. It makes sense that she is a traitor because she's invisible, so she can, you know, do stealth missions. She can easily, you know, give the information to the villains because she is invisible. Okay, fine. If you want to give the argument, fine. Her quirk works perfectly to give information to the villains, right? So her being a traitor, okay. In that aspect, it makes sense. But everything else doesn't. Because no one really, you know, like, no one was shocked. How do I mean by this? Like we were shocked that she was the villain, but not in a good way, in a bad way, because we don't have, like, we never got attached to this character. So her being the villain, her being a traitor, we, like, us fans were like, okay, she's the traitor. But I don't think that she should be. Like, even now, we're still not attached to this character, even though we got revealed that she is a traitor, because we don't have a lot to go with, okay? We don't have a lot, right? Like, this character is just a character that's never given a huge presence within the story. She has just been a really, you know, a background character, and no one really cared about her. And finding out that she is the traitor, like, a lot of fans, including myself, are pretty annoyed by this, because, like, we don't really care about her, and it's like, okay, like, she's a villain, she's a traitor, right? Now, what can make this amazing is if, let's say, Toru was the invisible girl. She was, you know, always using her quirk 24/7 to trick all of us, right? What do I mean by this? If we get a proper characterization reveal of her, right? Because, like, up until now we've seen her, you know, invisible. But what if her being invisible, like, she, as soon as she reveals to every single character in the story, like the class 1A, when she reveals that she is the villain, her showing her true, you know, character, like, without her being erased, without her quirk, without her being invisible, what would her character look like, right? That can be something really amazing. That can be something that would, you know, get fans pretty hyped. It was like, okay, she is the traitor. We don't really care about her because she is like, like, no one really care about her. But if we got a brand new design for this character, I know fans would go crazy over this, and I think that she would become a fan favorite just like that, right? Because we got, you know, something new with this character. But currently, within the story, her being the traitor, it just doesn't really sit well, right? It doesn't really sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with a lot of fans. We're pretty disappointed with this, right? Because the traitor thing was supposed to be something huge. something that every single fan would be like going crazy over it, and we will think that Kaminari or someone else was the traitor, because it would make sense, as we have, spent time with these characters, right? Heck, spending time with these characters, some of us were thinking like, there's no way that anyone from Class 1A is the villain, right? There's no way that we have a traitor among us. Like, I was thinking about this because it's been so long since we got the whole traitor story, right? The whole plot line with the traitor, right? And finding out the traitor just like that, like, hey, like, here's the traitor, now you guys know, now we need to have the main cast figure out who the traitor is, right? But we already know this, so, like, it's so bad. Like, this is such a bad reveal, right? Like, we've had pretty bad reveals, right? But, like, let's take, for example, the Obito reveal in Naruto. That was shocking, right? But this one's way worse, right? Like, so many great reveals could have happened, right? Like, for this whole traitor reveal, we could have waited a little bit longer and be okay, if you want to keep, like, I'm gonna try to figure out a way that this could have actually been impactful. How to make this character be impactful within the story. I'm making a fan fiction of the traitor, how he'd be revealed, because the way that he got revealed is bad. Okay, this is just a really, really bad reveal for this character. It just got revealed just like that, right? Like no one was expecting this. No one was expecting this out of nowhere, and the reveal was pretty bad. But if I was to give my own opinion as to what I think would be a great reveal for this character, if we didn't really get the reveal that we got in the latest chapter, if you want to stick with the whole fact, okay, Toru is the, villain, the traitor, okay, what would have been more impactful, I think, that for all of us to be like, oh yeah, like, oh my god, I'm shocked, would be if, like, let's say, Toru is within Class 1A, and she gives information to the villains. The villains somehow they break through the barrier, the school, and they start attacking civilian stuff like that. When they interact with Class 1A, we come to find out that Toru, right, is the villain by her, attacking one of the Class 1As or something like that, right? That would have been amazing, or like just have like, come here, Toru, or like 0 for 1 be like, come here, Toru, and then Toru, the Invisible Girl would go to 0 for 1, revealing that she was, the villain, or some type of dialogue, something that would be like, oh my god, this is shocking, because she would reveal herself to the main cast, which would be like, oh my god, like, this is amazing. But no, what we got is just a knockoff reveal, just a knockoff of like a character that no one really cares about, and it just got revealed just like that, like just out of nowhere, right? We just got revealed out of nowhere, and this was something supposed to be really, really impactful, and they ruined it. They ruined the impact value, they ruined the shock value because of who the villain is and how the reveal of the traitor was, okay? The reveal was just villains talking to each other, getting set up for the whole war, and then us finding out who the traitor is before all the other characters find out. So now the villains know what the attack is going to be. They're going to be ready for it, and it just diminishes the whole shock value, right? It just diminishes it, right? It just does, and that's something I really don't like about this. I just don't like the whole reveal. I don't like how the story's kind of going right now, especially with the latest chapter. Just so many bad things that happened this week, right, with My Hero Academia, and the traitor being revealed just like that is another bad thing, right? I'm sure that a lot of people are pretty annoyed by this. I'm pretty annoyed by the reveal, because this is one of the worst reveals we've ever got. But tell me your thoughts on this reveal. Like, were you guys expecting Toru to be the traitor? And if you were, what did you guys think of this reveal? Like, the way that she was revealed, that being a traitor, how do you feel about that? Like, do you think that it was an okay reveal, or do you think that, yeah, this could have been changed? It could have been so much different than the one we got, right? Because this was something supposed to be monumental, something that was supposed to be like something shocking, right? But us finding out who the traitor is so soon, and just like that, like without a care in the world, just like, here you go, here's the traitor. It's bad, and I don't like it. But tell me your thoughts on this. Tell me your thoughts on the latest chapter. Tell me your thoughts on the whole traitor. Like I said, were you guys expecting Toru to be the main villain, the traitor? And even though we got the traitor revealed, who were you thinking that was the traitor? Who'd you think it was the traitor? If we didn't really get this reveal, who do you think would be the traitor of Class 1A, right? Because my bet was on Kaminari. I thought he was going to be the traitor of Class 1A, the traitor of UA, but he wasn't. It was Toru. I'm really disappointed, but tell me your thoughts. Like, tell me who you guys were thinking that was going to be the traitor of Class of UA. Tell me your thoughts on this video. If you guys have watched all the way till the end, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm planning to make more videos like this where I talk about manga, or like certain points on a manga that I really like or really didn't like in the future. So yeah, like tell me your thoughts in the latest chapter, the traitor, everything. If you guys have any recommendations for any manga that you guys would like me to talk about in the future, also tell me in the comments below, because I really love to know. And I'll see you all next time.